Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Strange. Okay. Okay. I hope I am audible as well as the PPT is clearly visible, everyone. Chali, everyone. Let's begin with the session, everyone. First of all, I hope you have already gone through the good news that your examination has been postponed by 20 days in terms of AFM and other examinations as well in terms of your IE and FS examination is now on 8th of June. Sorry, 9th of June. RBWM is on 8th of June, right? Then we have on 16th we have our examination of PPB, and last is ours, that is accounting and financial management for bankers. So I think you have got pretty good time to prepare properly, but that doesn't mean that we should actually delay the preparation starting, because postponement will not help you. That's one of my thought processes. I don't know how do you look at it, because you have got 62 days. If I 61 actually, calculating it from that particular day. To be very honest, I think if you say that you have around 62 days, out of that 62 days, I think if we keep around 2 weeks, there are overall 4 days in terms of Sundays and 2 Saturdays per month. So in that case, you have got 8 Sundays and roughly and 4 Saturdays. So 8 plus 4, that means around 12 holidays that you can have, है ना, in this examination. Out of those 62 days, if you have got around 12 days in terms of your holiday part, and that too, every single day is going to be the same. So it's going to be like 61 minus 12 days. You're left with around 49 days. Do you really think out of these 49 days you will study every single day? I've seen my bankers trying a lot hard. I won't say that they don't want to grow. I had seen bankers being terribly unwell, being terribly tired, and sometimes even badly distressed as well. They are hell exhausted, but they still stand up and say, "Nahi, ma'am, I want to study." So, how do you study that way? In the overall examination, you have got 4 subjects, pretty good enough time. 600 pages per subject is there. So, if I talk about 600 pages, everyone, into 4, you have got around 24 pages to cover around 61 days. That means every single day, if you are studying roughly 40 pages a day, then only you are able to cover the entire book, that too on the last day. That means you will not have enough time to cover up the portion of the examination in a proper manner. To be very honest, these are the basic calculations that I will do if I have to study in a specific book. For example, that's how I study sometimes. That if I have got a book of 600 pages and I want to finish it in 30 days, so every single day I'm supposed to finish 20 pages. If I'm not covering up the 20 pages today, then I have to cover 40 pages tomorrow. This kind of ideology is required when you are looking at your studies in terms of consistency. Without consistency, I don't think I will be able to tell you that nahi, the paper is easy. Nahi, the paper is hard. In any case, consistency is required. Because if I am not consistent in my studies, then the basic problem that occurs is whatever I have studied just now, I'll forget it after 2 days, 3 days, and then I'll be like, oh, I don't even remember. These little things really pays a lot of importance in the long term. Not in the short term, 20 pages miss is not a big problem. Understand, everyone, one particular attempt gone, that means now you will have to wait till November. Your increments are not there. You lose 6 months of increments, right, in terms of till the time you're not giving the examination in November. And if you don't do that in November as well, now you are losing 1 year's increment, and you are also paying for this examination as well. So that means you are actually in the entire year you are losing money instead of gaining money. The opportunity cost and the cost that where you couldn't decide is more. So when you're preparing for this examination, do not put yourself into a vicious circle of feeling bad about yourself. Ki, oh God, why am I not studying properly? So I just want to suggest you that if you have got these days now, understand the value of these days. Make sure that you are putting best foot forward, putting the hard work into this entire area, and you are ready to take the risks. That means you're focusing on your studies, you're focusing on everything together, so that on the last day you don't really have to take a holiday just to study. Those small things really makes a lot of difference on the very last day, right? Chaliye, with this particular pep talk, let's begin with the session. First of all, please share the session, everyone, like the session, and don't forget to share it as well, and subscribe our channel. Acha, oh, forgot to adjust the question there. Just a moment. I hope the question is visible now. Debt equity ratio is 3 is to 1. This is a practical question based upon the debt equity ratio is 3 is to 1. The amount of total assets is 20 lakhs. The current ratio is 1.5. And the owned funds of the organization is 3 lakhs. What is the amount of current asset? If I look at these kind of questions, I will say this is a question which is related to the area of case study based. This can be covered in a multiple area. Debt equity ratio is 3 is to 1. And the question said our owned fund are 3 lakh. So it's fine. Debt divided by 3 is equal to 3 divided by 1. This gives my debt is 9 lakhs. Now if this comes out to be 9 lakhs, then what are we left with? Our total assets are of 20 lakhs. Okay, if the total assets are of 20 lakhs, out of which our long-term debt is 9 lakh, we're left with 11 lakhs. Out of that 11 lakhs, our equity portion is basically something that I can say is a 3 lakh. So equity is 3, then you are 11 minus 3, you will get the remaining 8 lakh rupees. This is your current liability. If your current liability is 8 lakh, then what is the amount of your current asset? Everyone, what did I do? In the balance sheet, when the total is given, this is a very, very important question. If you look at the total liabilities is equal to total assets, from which if you remove the long term debt and also remove the long term capital in the business, that is your equity, it is actually long term only, even if I don't use this term. So you have got 20 lakhs, you remove the total debt. Total debt is of 3 lakhs. Total equity is of 9. Total debt is of 9 lakh. Equity is of 3 lakh. The current liabilities we are left with is 20 minus 9 minus 3. That means 8 lakhs is the remaining portion of our current liabilities. Once you find your current liabilities, out of this current liability, what will I do? I'll take up this current liability and take current asset, and this is 1.5 is to 1. So in this case, can I say this is CA divided by 8 lakh is equal to 1.5 divided by 1. So that comes out to be 1.5 multiplied by 8 will give us the answer. That comes out to be 12 lakhs. It's a very interesting question. I would say this is a question which is a blend of multiple questions. That means the question can ask you what is the total amount of current liability. The question can ask you that what is the total amount of debt. Matlab, there are multiple questions which I can create out of this. This particular question has the capacity to become a case study in the examination. Good evening, sir. Done, everyone? Done? Chaliye, let's move on to the next question now. The answer is 12 lakhs. So the answer was visible earlier as well. But if I look at these kind of questions now, these are good questions of good level. This is not an easier level for sure. This is a higher level question. Everyone got the idea? Chali. Now let's move on and talk about the next question. The next question talks about the area of in the balance sheet the total assets are of 10 lakhs. The total assets are of 10 lakhs. Current liabilities are of 5 lakhs. Capital and reserves, this is capital and reserves are of 2 lakhs. मतलब equity wala portion is equal to 2 lakhs. And the question is asking about what is the debt equity ratio. Everyone? What's going to be the answer? Now look at this part. We need to find the debt equity ratio. How do we find the debt equity ratio? I think I can find the equity. What is the amount of equity, everyone? As per the equity area, how do we find it? I think I can find the equity if my total assets or total assets is equal to total liabilities is equal to rupees 10 lakhs. है ना? This is the total amount that we have. Now, how do we find the other part, everyone? This part is obviously clear. Okay, this is a total assets is equal to total liabilities that we are trying to find. Current liabilities are of rupees 5 lakhs. Can I take out the current liabilities out of it? Current liabilities will give us the portion of our long-term parts only. That means the long-term part in the organization is only of 5 lakh. And the capital and reserves are of rupees 2 lakh. Matlab the reserves and the capital. This is the shareholder part. This is equity. Equity is of 2 lakh. You remove that 2 lakhs as well, na? That gives us 3 lakhs. In this case, can I say my equity part was 2, which is given in the question, while my debt part was 3, which is 3 by 2. In this case, the answer comes out to be 1.5:1. A very good level question again. Everyone, normally what I do is I put up the difficult questions by the end. But I think today in the very beginning, we're able to cover some questions which are of very good quality in the sense that these questions have multiple things coming out of it. Not one, not two, but multiple answers coming out of it. So this is also case study level question. Okay, so in this case, my answer comes out to be 1.5:1. Technically, the debt equity ratio is going to be 3:2. The answer is 1.5:1. The answer that I've given is wrong. The answer is B. Okay. See, sometimes these two questions have the capability to become at least three questions each as a set in the examination. So if you are spending this much amount of time in this area, na, I think you are good to go. Done? Chali. Now let's move on to the next question. The excess of current ratio is also treated as a sign of managerial. Excess of current ratio. Acha everyone, if I was required only a specific amount, but I was having multiple amount, I was having an amount which exceeds the basics. The excess of current ratio is also treated as a sign of managerial efficiency or inefficiency. A lot of money which I possess, which I'm not even using, is just there in my wallet, which will not even multiply, means it is clearly inefficiency on the part of the manager. Isn't it, everyone? If you are having too much of cash in your pocket, why is this money not in the market? If this money is not invested in the market, that means definitely I'm doing something extremely wrong, na? That is to be covered as inefficiency. Done. Next question. The inventory ratio is relationship between. Inventory ratio is basically ITR, inventory turnover ratio. The turnover ratio which uses the formula COGS upon average stock or sales, which is also known as revenue from operations, divided by average stock. Here the term average stock is equal to opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. Cost of goods sold and the cost of average inventory. Cost of goods purchased and the cost of average inventory. Cost of goods sold and cost of average inventory, and cost of goods purchased and the cost of average inventory, or none of the above. In this case, the correct answer is A. The cost of goods sold and the cost of average inventory. Next question, everyone. A company's quick ratio is 1.5:1. Current liabilities are 2 lakh and inventory of 1,80,000. Current ratio will be 9:1. I just gave this 2 point same. This is 8:1 and this is 6:1. Okay? Just changing these points a bit. My mistake. This is 9:1 and this is 7:1. This is 4. This is 4.5. Done, everyone? What's going to be the answer? We have got the quick ratio in this question and we have also got the other ratio. Let's look at it. Quick ratio is 1.5:1. 1.5:1 matlab. In this case, can I find out 1.5:1 is equal to the current liabilities were of 2 lakh. What is the amount of quick assets, everyone? That is 1.5 into 2. That is rupees 3 lakh. My quick assets are of rupees 3 lakh. In this, add back 1,80,000 because this will give us a total current assets, because current assets and quick assets, the difference between the two is we do not include the quick assets. Once we have got this 4,80,000, then divide by the current liabilities, 2 lakh. 4,80,000 divided by 2 lakh. That is equal to 2. Quick ratio is 1.5 is to नहीं. Oh, हाँ ठीक है. The current liabilities are of 2 lakh and the quick assets are, in this quick assets does not include inventory na. So in this case, if I've got 1.5 as the quick ratio, 1.5 into 2 lakh gives us 3 lakh. In the 3 lakh I have added 1,80,000. This is correct, everyone. This case we have made 4,80,000 as our current assets. If the current assets are of 4,80,000 and current liabilities are of 2 lakh. So what's the ratio? 4,80,000 divided by 2 lakh. That gives us 2.4:1. Okay, so I think I'm changing the answer here. There was some mistake with the options. The answer is actually 2.4:1. Done everyone? Chaliye. So in this case, the correct answer is actually C. That is 2.4 is to 1. Chaliye, let's end the session here itself, everyone. But before I end the session, I hope you know that our sale is going on. Our sale has just begun, and the reason is our examinations. So if you're planning for the examination, then what are we waiting for, everyone? Please check out our courses. What you need to do is you need to open up this particular topic, and let's open this area that is learning. You go onto our website www.adda247.com. Go on to the area of JIB and CIB. Go on to the area of the JIB May 2024 area. You will get our Mahapack. You will get our AFM classes, our numerical batches starting soon from 15th of April. Then we are also having JIB May 2024 crash course batch, and the crash courses have already begun. If you're planning for it, then kindly check out our website or our app for further details. Go on to this area, click on the area of buy now, use the code buy 541, apply it, and you will get it at 79% off is available here. If you're using our app, then you will get 80% discount. So if you're planning for it, then hurry up and check it out on our website or on our app for further details. And all the very best for your examination, everyone. Pump yourself up and be prepared for the ultimate examination. Thank you so much for being there, everyone. I'll be meeting you in the next session on Monday now. Happy weekend. But everyone, one more important pointer. I hope you already know tomorrow we are having a marathon of I'll be having a marathon of income tax tomorrow. So if you're planning for preparation regarding income tax, then we'll meet tomorrow at 3 p.m. for the same on our YouTube channel, Offices of 24/7.